azure knight appeared in Europe out of nowhere. Bound to no state, his endless, indiscriminate slaughter earned him the title Nightmare. Every night, Nightmare appeared, committing acts so heinous, he soon became a symbol of fear. Still, despite rumors about him spreading like wildfire, his true identity remained a mystery.
It's just a rumor, nothing more.
I don't get it. If he kills everyone, who's there to spread the word about him?
Sounds fishy to me. I never heard any of these rumors when the war was in full swing, or when the plague hit town.
Who's that at this hour? It's always something.
Boy, what's going on? Who goes there?
Okay. Turns out I did not have the mic on. That was fun. That's funny. But anyway, we're doing my Nightmare. I thought I clicked it, but I guess it didn't register that I clicked it. Oh well. Okay, here we go. Okay, that seems like a pretty good move. Okay. What the heck? Okay. Interesting. So there seems to be a lot of setup moves. Oh, you don't say. Keep doing that one. I'm gonna need to try to do other stuff. But I can see why Nightmare is considered really good. He didn't even blink. He called my bluff. How you been? I'm understanding what you meant about Nightmare.
I thirst. I thirst.
And yeah, Astaroth, I don't really like his fighting style at all. It's too slow and it doesn't combo there very well. At least from what I normally play as. Anyway, there was no way of knowing where Nightmare would wander next. However, as long as there was a great power to be had, there will always be people eager to harness it for their own purposes, whether good or evil. Plotting an insurrection against those in power, a feudal lord approached Nightmare with a plan in mind. You know, it might be easy mode to do it, but...
So you are Nightmare. Could you perhaps lend us your power? Please, our tyrannical ruler must be stopped. Wait! What is it you seek? Money? Glory? What are you going to do?
He pulls out a sword and you ask what he's gonna do. Not very smart.
Stand strong. Protect the Lord.
Yeah, Nightmare seems like, so far it seems simple enough to get, but also I could see where it becomes very complicated. I'm sorry, grab it. Hang on. Dang it. I wanna grab. There we go. I see there. His name is Nightmare and he calls a nightmare. Interesting. Sure, I just did that on purpose. Okay, so my sword below my name is glowing now.
So weak! So weak! So
Oops. My bad.
Not yet! Not yet! Are you ready to be crushed?
I don't know which button is counter, but I might figure it out eventually.
Help! Help me! Give me your soul!
Take him out to dinner first, at least. Jeez. Anyone who thought that the Azure Knight would listen to their pleas was very much mistaken. In time, Nightmare chose Ostransburg Castle as his base. For there, he began killing all and sundry indiscriminately. Okay. Eventually sparking conflict with the neighboring kingdom in the process. Well, first I gotta figure out which one is the counter, and if that happens, it might, who knows, I might try to use them later.
Castle.
But I think I still like the girl with the Naginata
Bandits
more.
likely ransacked the place. Probably nothing of value left.
Keep your voices down. We've lost too many soldiers around these parts. Huh?
Perception 0. How did you not see the giant knight walking?
Oh, it's him! How dare you haunt our lands? Haven't you?
Yeah, I'm noticing. It's weird that it's like in the middle of all the story modes and not like the first choice. Okay. Okay. I see. Yeah, okay, that missed. I don't know what they're doing to avoid some of these attacks, but okay, that was ducking. I know what that is. Okay, this person is using the combat style for the girl that I was talking about, and yeah, even when an NPC is using it. What did I just blew up. How did I do that? I want to get this counter. There we go. Triangle and circle while moving the stick? Okay, dude. How is he predicting me like this? I know you can like switch things like this in his stances. No, it changes his moves. I gotta pay attention to what he's like.
He's too strong. Retreat! Retreat!
More! Give me your souls!
Nightmare's thirst for bloodshed knew no bounds. The Azure Knight and his army of mutated beings continued their savagery of gathering souls until their reign of terror had all but consumed Europe. Jeez. At Nightmare's side throughout were his loyal band of associates, his so-called Covenant Shield, though none could have guessed at their true intentions.
Nightmare's growing more egregious by the day.
What if he is? His cruelty is a feast for
The stutter is normal.
But all that
Surprised how well I've been doing
killing's sake?
sometimes.
What could he hope to achieve?
Even I cannot tell.
Though trying to say some of those sentences without breathing is a bit rough.
His appetite is insatiable.
I'm starting to doubt this is about resurrection.
What?
Mr. President's back.
We have intruders? The leader steps onto the stage.
Is he still not satisfied?
Keep your nonsense to yourself. We look forward to seeing you in action.
Yeah, well, I mean, with practice comes a lot. As I learn, like, might take interesting outfit. I haven't ran into anybody with that does her. The what's it called? Two Tonfa. Oh yeah, Voldo. Ow. Okay, calm down. It's only like stage 2. Someone's upset. I don't know what I did to upset him, but he had a chip on his shoulder. Okay, everybody does. Wait, I do not heal in between. Okay, I just realized that. I should probably, you know, be a bit more serious about this.
A sword of despair! Never shall you wake.
Okay.
Still not enough.
Ostranburg was attacked suddenly by the Evol organization. Well, I mean, yeah. A secret group intent on ridding the world of demons. So powerful was Nightmare's strength by this point that the organization now considered him their utmost priority. Upon declaring a state of emergency, they swiftly sent in their leader. But with Nightmare's craving for even more powerful souls at its zenith, this latest development played directly into his hands. I see.
We have to stop him here and
He does not look like a top associate.
Maintain your focus.
Oh,
He is but one
he's definitely
enemy.
the leader because he's bald, apparently. I feel like that happens a lot.
Deliver me your soul.
You monster!
Top,
We cannot
like
lose.
peak, I guess. Oh yes, you never hear it used in this kind of sentence. Like a lot of the words that I've been using in this, I feel like they just find this word sounds cool, and then how can I throw it in? Okay, so I'm already in special mode.
A sword of despair.
Jeez.
Shall you wake? Out of my sight.
You're finished.
That took out all his HP. Oh geez, the recovery on that is really long. Yeah, I feel like that. They got a thesaurus right next to them when they're writing all this stuff. My attack just went straight through them. The heck? Okay. I mean, you're not putting up nearly as much of a fight as the last people were, I'm sorry to say. Are you just gonna keep doing this? Okay. Okay. I probably shouldn't be practicing my blocking here.
Sigfred, find the one who pierced my body and took my life. End my suffering.
Father, I shall have revenge.
You shall. That is why you need souls. With them, all your wishes will come true. Call me back from hell.
More souls.
That's my boy, Sigfred. I need more souls.
Sounds just like his father, apparently. Yeah, I think the next person is Sigfred.
The Azure Nightmare was none other than a young man whose mind was warped by the sweet words of the sword. As its puppet, he relentlessly harvests souls and once he gathers enough, the Soul Edge will return to its former glory. Soon, Father.
I know I've gone through both of these guys' story modes
The names
before.
of the warriors whose
So,
fates were bound to the two
might have already
swords
seen
have been
the
etched
extra
into
side
very
story, but
fibers of history.
don't know how to get to it though. But yeah, oh, here it is. Never mind, I haven't done it yet. So yeah, so you're saying do Sigfred and then do that side story there? Cool. Alright, before I do that, actually no, we'll put this all on one YouTube video. So I won't have to move things around. So yeah, let's start in Sigfred. Nightmare's true face.
The Azure Knight, previously known as Nightmare, the former wielder of Soul Edge, who brought the world to its knees. In truth, he was first a knight named Sigfred. After killing his father by accident, Sigfred fell into a deep denial, which eventually twisted into a desire for revenge against his father's imaginary killer. To enact his revenge, he needed power, which led him to Soul Edge. Turned into the sword's puppet, he became Nightmare, until losing in battle to Killick. When the sword was shattered, Sigfred found himself awoken from the strange spell he had been under. Though freed from Soul Edge's grasp, he now had to face the fact that it was he who had killed his father. On the ground to his side lay the shattered remnants of Soul Edge.
All right.
Father, what have I done? The feel of my sword as it thrust into his body. I remember it all. Father, forgive me. From the moment I held Soul Edge, I began harvesting souls. The sword warped my mind. How many people have I killed? My sins are too great. I want to peel my skin off. I want to escape myself.
Definitely a tragic character. Beneath fate's thumb, unable to cope with the weight of his crimes, Sigfred tried to abandon what was left of Soul Edge. However, the evil sword was so closely tied to his fate that it would not relinquish him from its grasp so easily. His cruel reign as Nightmare was not forgotten by any means, and one after another, various warriors began to appear before him, intent on taking their revenge. How did they know it's him? I mean, he looks nothing like Nightmare.
The Knight of the Great Sword. You are Nightmare, correct?
Why is everybody so bald?
Answer me!
Why?
Can you not speak?
It's a very popular fashion trend right now.
I'm Nightmare.
You make me sick. My comrades deserved better than that brutal death at your hand. You shall die here this day. Revenge shall be mine!
Battle 1. Fight!
Okay.
Up yet?
Oh, I remember that. I think I remember liking Sigfred more than Nightmare in the other Soul Calibur game I played. Just because of how you can combo stuff together. But I think they made Nightmare a bit closer to Sigfred in this one. And then this move I remember doing a lot. in the other game, it would not always knock them over, so you could knock them off the edge really easy.
How long must this go on for? Will I ever be free of this nightmare?
I mean, I feel like it's got a lot more into its story, his story, than a few of the other things, so yeah, it's an actual story in this one. Wandering aimlessly, Sigfred ended up crossing swords with a woman who declared that she must destroy Soul Edge. Though she claimed to be able to purify souls, the deep-rooted evil gnawing away at Sigfred was too strong to be cleansed. Nevertheless, their meeting would prove the necessary impetus for Sigfred to vow to face his sins and atone for them. There's a lot of twos there. It threw me off.
The evil is still present?
I'd forgotten what it was like to feel so at ease.
Who are you?
Sorry, but you have my gratitude. Leave Soul Edge to me.
Alright.
No, wait!
Another wait and then do nothing about it.
Soul Edge. Even reduced to shattered shards, it emanates evil. If I don't do something, it will corrupt the area with its wickedness. Worse still, someone could come here and try to resurrect it. I may never be able to pay for my sins, for their evil can never be expunged. However, I may be able to atone to an extent. If I could ensure that Soul Edge never wreaks havoc again. Yes, that's the only hope I have. I must do it with my own two hands. Can I ever truly atone?
Vowing to atone. Soul Edge could not be scratched, let alone broken by a normal weapon. To ensure the sword would never fall into the hands of another, Sigfred decided it would need to be sealed away somewhere in total isolation. However, such a place was not easily found. Meanwhile, every time he struck down another challenger who sought revenge against Nightmare, Sigfred feared he was in danger of slipping back under the sword's control.
Nightmare. At last, we meet again!
How do people find him, and how do they know he's a Nightmare?
It is I, Nightmare. Exact your revenge.
I need not your permission. Prepare to die!
However, I cannot die yet.
The way he's talking makes it sound like if I was there and I saw someone, yes, it is I, Nightmare, I would think that it wasn't Nightmare. And someone was just pretending to be him. I haven't seen this yet. Aww.
Not quite.
Ruining it.
Stand aside. Out of my sight.
Just drop kick him. Okay, there we go. He decided to stop blocking.
Power of my sword! Haven't had enough?
Neat looking. Get dunked on. Yeah, Sigfred is definitely up there. I think he's above Nightmare in my opinion. Fighting style.
Blood. Darkness. Death. No! I am myself and nothing else. I will not submit to that living nightmare again. My crimes weigh heavy on my soul.
But that's just my opinion. I never really found out how to play Nightmare, so if I knew how, it might be different. Not all who stood in Siegfried's way were hell-bent on revenge. Some warped souls appeared drawn to the evil of Soul Edge. Though it wasn't Siegfried's goal to do away with these twisted individuals, neither were they the type with whom he could reason. That is quite the sentence. Yeah, I don't know Nightmare's cheat moves, so as far as like just regular fighting goes and like playstyle, I like Siegfried. He's definitely up there with I don't remember her name, the spear girl, and the sword girl as well is also up there. I'll have to try them again at some point just to remind myself.
I smell you.
That is how you start a sentence there. Walk onto someone. I smell you.
Still, I attract the malfested like flies to dung.
Yeah, those two.
But I'm confused. You're undoubtedly Nightmare. You have Soul Edge hidden on your person, yet you appear so weak. Wait a moment. Do you know how it is I know you're Nightmare?
Alas, I have no idea.
It's because I was a malfested who worked under you, you fool! You weren't easy to find.
The nightmare you seek is no more.
A lot of people who weren't malfested working under him apparently can recognize him, so...
I crush you like the worm you are, and become the next Nightmare!
Oh, what's that? What was that move I just did there? Ow. Oh, that's a combo there. Combo and a half. And a stab move there. That's pretty good. I don't know how I did it though.
Eat this.
Inshin.
Sorry, but your path ends here.
That was a spin and a half there.
The malfested are appearing more and more. Could it be that Soul Edge is getting stronger? I refuse to give up. I'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
There must be some way.
I mean, don't you have, was it Sophitia, who was also, like, on par with Cervantes or something?
If I had that.
I think that was her name. The person with the sword and shield that's supposed to have destroyed one of Soul Edge. Based on my understanding. The evil in Soul Edge was growing stronger with each passing minute. One day, Sigfred heard an ethereal voice in his head speaking directly to him. Responding to Sigfrid's desperation to save his own sanity, the spirit sword, Soul Calibur, was calling out to him. But from the sound of things, the blade was also in need of help itself.
Who calls to me? What's going on? I can hear a voice from afar. It cannot be, can it? The sword that destroyed Soul Edge. It calls for help, I think. What? It's trapped inside the cursed sword? Take Soul Edge in hand? My hand. It's shaking. If I grip Soul Edge, I might become Nightmare again.
I think I remember that with Taki.
I must stay strong. There is no other way.
Mental realm? He's going mental. Alright. The moment Sigfred gripped the evil sword's hilt, he was dragged into the mental realm. There he was surrounded by images of the time he had fought as Nightmare and lost. Soul Calibur appeared before him, and he watched as it was swallowed up by this strange dimension where it would be slowly devoured by evil. Yeah, I see that. All I knew is that they fought and she apparently destroyed the sword, but yeah, I think I remember them fighting 2-on-1.
Where am I? It's that sword. You wish for me to hold you?
But that was Cervantes with Soul Edge.
I shall not allow it.
Are you Soul Edge?
Just a little more, and this power will be mine.
Your reign of terror ends here.
You pitiful puppet. Submit to me. Obey my will.
Let's do this.
Gotcha.
Taste the power of my sword. Die already.
I don't know why, but this feels like one of the weaker... It looks cool, but it feels like one of the weaker ults, or whatever you want to call them. Oh, you. I don't like fighting
You'll never
you.
enslave me again. Let's do this.
Dang it.
Not a chance. do it. My strength fails me. Is this the end for me? But if the sword's power is unleashed someday, that time, it will come.
Siegfried's battle with his nightmares raged on. No one knows of his sacrifice. However, if there was ever one who could prevent the resurrection of the cursed sword, it would be Sigfred. He who dashed Soul Edge's hopes of devouring Soul Calibur.
It is kind of funny how Soul Calibur is the name of this game, but it doesn't come up nearly as much as Soul Edge.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
In fact, this is like the only mention of Soul Calibur at this point in the story quests. Okay, and then we will do this side story, right? Next? Yeah. Alright, so Blade Atonement Sacrifice. A lone swordsman wanders the world looking for a place to seal Soul Edge away from human reach for all eternity. Alright, so this is Siegfried's story there. Yet the cursed sword he holds in his hand is slowly regaining its power. It sinks its evil tendrils into his spirit, waiting for a chance to overtake him again. Blood-stained fingers grip the sword, twisted hilt, and the nameless man roams in search of atonement. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, I don't want you breathing in my ear, weirdo.
Hey, look there! A traveler? This late at night?
That guy? Hard to tell with all the rain, but that looks like some fancy armor. Maybe a knight who's lost his way.
Don't mind the big arm.
Hey, you there, Sir Knight! It's dangerous to be out in such a terrible storm. I'll put you up if you're looking for a place to stay.
I thirst. Give me your souls. I must rise again!
This is weird though, because wasn't.
Where am I? Oh,
Okay, I think it's about to explain
so
when.
many dead. Did I do this? Cursed sword must have taken control while I slept. Damnation!
Yeah, it did explain. Yeah, he's got to at least take you out to dinner first. There's a process to all this. Soul comes after. About 2 years have passed since Soul Edge shattered to pieces. Ostrandberg Castle stands deserted. Even bandits avoid it ever since Nightmare, the evil swordsman who struck fear throughout Europe, once took up residence there. But soon enough, rumors began to spread that a lit torch can be seen burning at the castle's ominous gate.
We have eagerly awaited your return, my king.
That is quite the face.
Now that the king has come home, the malfested scattered across the land will again gather here in droves.
Your parents did not love you. I'm sorry
And
with
while
that
it
name.
is true their numbers have dwindled, it is but a simple matter to create more.
Power. I must reclaim my power. Bring me my lost fragments.
Arrangements have already been made, but to recover them with any efficiency, we will need more pawns.
I leave it in your hands. I must sleep now.
As you command, my king, if you'll excuse me.
Jeez, he just left like Homer Simpson. Slid into the bush.
This body's host is truly vexing. However, his pathetic struggles will soon cease.
Alright. So it really is just side story. I haven't done a fight yet, I don't think. As the man slowly loses control of his body, his wrecked nightmare eats away at the living world. His wicked, I cannot read. Dyslexia, geez. Yet his soul continues to fight in a separate dimension filled with chaos. He must protect humanity's last hope, the holy blade that shines with a clear blue light. As he struggles, someone quietly appears before him.
Oh, even the sword is slowly being stained with evil. At this point, I am in control of myself for only a fraction of the day. Still, I can at least protect this blade from the cursed sword.
Hey there, Sigfred. You still protecting that silly sword?
You are kin of the cursed sword. I thought I told you never to return.
How mean. Weren't we once traveling companions? I quite enjoyed that journey with you. The young knight who wielded the all-powerful Soul Edge. You took up Soul Edge to reclaim everything that was taken from you, then slaughtered untold thousands of Ottoman Empire invaders. Even the Holy Roman Emperor recognized your deeds. You became one of the most famous knights in all of history. We could even resurrect your father if you wish. Our journey isn't over yet. Come, let us embark on another delightful adventure.
Silence. I will not be led astray any longer. The dead can never return. Your words are nothing but lies and deception.
It's not impossible. It simply requires a human or two. Well, I'll just have to find another way to convince you to cooperate. Your stubbornness is bothering Soul Edge.
You've already stolen my body. What more do you want from me?
Soul Edge is still but a weapon. Without the host's will driving it, it cannot realize its full potential. Besides, I'd really like for you to give me back that sword you're guarding.
Give it back? I don't remember ever giving it to you in the first place. I shall defend this sword until my body is truly no longer mine.
What to do, what to do. I wonder if more despair will make you more agreeable. Oh, remember those people who cared about you? I hear they're doing all they can to keep together that little group of yours. They've been struggling ever since you popped off Dear Daddy's head and ran away in disgrace.
So you grew bored of simply peering into my heart, did you? Decided to keep an eye on them, too.
It's a bother for us too, but we will do whatever we must. Still, I'm surprised how popular you were. You should feel proud. What was the name of that girl you saved again? Salia, was it? She's putting on a brave face filling in for you. As you humans say, brings a tear to my eye. How about we have you kill her with your own hands? Just like your father. Oh, or should we order someone else to do it? Maybe Johann. Or perhaps Curtis.
Curtis.
Go ahead. Try it. If you don't mind losing my body and this cerulean sword, of course.
Aha! Was that a threat? You are quite entertaining. Ah, forget it. I've still got much to do anyway. See you around, Sigfred.
No, this is probably all Curtis's fault. His name's too normal.
I never imagined the other's presence would strengthen the sword's evil power to this degree. I won't be able to both hold Nightmare back from slaughtering others and protect the sword much longer at this rate. If only there was an opening. Some way to distract Soul Edge, so that it stops focusing on me and the sword, even if just for a moment.
Oh, it's still going, but it stopped. Interesting. Alright, Eternally Blazing Soul. I guess we continue. The struggle has ended. The sorrowful knight vanishes from the world after losing the struggle against his own nightmare. None are left to stop the kin of the cursed sword from gathering at Arstreinberg once again. The cursed sword of the evil eye shall bathe the world in hellfire. Fanned by infernal winds, the page of history turns once more. Okay. It's basically saying everything's done, so what else?
Greetings, my king. Johann Durer Greatblade has returned.
That is quite the name, huh?
So, how was Wolf Krone?
Princess Hildegard leaves no openings, and her army is strong. For the time being, the wise course is to slowly sap their strength. I was also unable to recover King George. Regardless, he remains an extremely valuable pawn for our manipulation.
It sounds like even the Great Blade is having trouble. Still, Wilhelm losing the use of his arm is a fine achievement, I suppose.
Wilhelm.
You know that dour killjoy, Sword of the Inquisitor?
No. I don't know.
Sorry, did I
Talking
pry?
like Batman.
I do not much care one way or the other.
And this is the friend of Groot.
What of my fragments?
We've encountered some setbacks, but no cause for concern. The fragments have been scattered across different lands, each spreading calamity and growing plump with power. It will be far more convenient for us to gather fruit that's already ripened on the vine, don't you agree?
Very well. Collect them the moment they have filled with power. Great Blade, Inquisitor, bolster our ranks, gather powerful souls.
This all seems like stuff for the next game.
Soul Calibur. It is not long before it will be part of me. My flame will burn bright again. And my rising shadow will blanket the world.
Chosen by history, a man becomes a warrior. Engraved into history, a warrior becomes a hero. Transcending history and the world, a tale of souls and swords, eternally retold. And history turns to a new page. Our story takes place in the 16th century.
Okay. So yeah, that's definitely like next game materials type stuff there. Setting things up. Interesting. Oh, geez. Okay. Huh. It keeps going? Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I added a lot of stuff. But yeah, that looks like I don't know when the next Soul Calibur game is coming out, but that definitely seems like setting up for that. But alright. That'll be that for that YouTube video, so I'm going to be closing this one off.